just started your business, and your next question is, what are articles of incorporation? My name is Andrew Ayers. I'm a business law and estate planning attorney, and today we're going to talk a little bit about articles of incorporation. Now, when you've decided to start your business, one of the first things you're going to need to do is file your initial documents with your state. The articles of incorporation are normally one of those documents. They can have different names in different states, but normally it's a basic document that you file with the state to give the state notice that you're starting a company. Now, in addition to filing with the state, you're going to want to make sure to contact the IRS and get an EIN number, which has become a much easier process these days. You can just get it from irs.gov yourself. Back in the day, we used to have to go through accountants and go through your attorney to get these things done, but they've made it much easier. So back to the articles of incorporation, you may be asking, what kind of things have to be in my articles of incorporation? First thing is going to be, what kind of business are you running? Is it going to be an LLC, a C Corp, an S Corp, a PLC, a partnership? So there'll be a variety of corporate forms, and you have to identify that for the state. The next is you're going to have to identify who the incorporator is. Now, the incorporator does not have to be somebody who's in your business going forward. So, for example, if you hire a third-party company to file your initial documents for you, they will normally be treated as the incorporator. They don't own the business, they don't have any right to the business, they don't affect your business going forward, but the state wants an incorporator listed on these documents. You'll need to make sure you have your company name on there. And you want to make sure that you've checked the company name against the other names in your state so that there's no confusion. Because if the name is too close to another name, they may reject your filing. It's also a good idea to go to the U.S. Patent and Trade Office and check for other companies in the country that are using the same or similar name. And you also want to make sure you can get a good domain name that's marketable and usable for you so that you can actually promote your business online. Even though you may find other businesses in other states in the country on the USPTO and might think that you don't have to worry about them, the fact is, once you get online and you have websites, you may have confusion and you may find yourself being sued from somebody in another state if you haven't picked the correct name for your company. You're also going to have to list your company's address. Where's the company going to be located? It can be located in your house, it can be in an office building, but the state's going to want to know where it is, and oftentimes they want it to be in the state where you're registering. You need to have an agent for the state. So what happens if somebody wants to sue your company and they're not sure where you're located? What they can do is go to your Secretary of State, and then what's listed is your registered agent with a name and an address, and that is who the Secretary of State will serve the lawsuit papers on. So that's why it's important to have the correct registered agent with a name and address in your articles of incorporation, and make sure it's somebody that will get the documents to you, or make sure it's your office or you're the registered agent, because you don't want to miss lawsuit papers and end up with a default judgment against your business. Some states will require you to actually list the purpose of your business. It can just be to conduct basic business, or it can be more specific. Some states will also want you to have directors and officers listed, and also the number of shares. Now, these kind of things differ from state to state. And if you're using an LLC, you're probably using that LLC for anonymity's sake, in which case the directors and shareholders, you don't want them listed with the state. So you may be using a state like New Mexico so that you can have anonymous owners of the company when you form it. Before you file for your company, though, you want to make sure you talk to your accountant or your attorney. And this discussion should be around, what kind of form do you want to have? When I say form, we are just discussing the LLC and using it for anonymity. So an LLC is a corporate form, a basic corporation, partnerships, other C Corps and S Corps, which are tax elections. So there can be a variety of ways that you create your business, kind of a type and a form of it. And you want to make sure you've talked to the professionals. Talk to your accountant, talk to your attorney. In best case scenario, have the accountant talk to the attorney, and they can discuss what's going to be best for you for your corporate form. Now, this may seem overwhelming to you, but attorneys and accountants, we deal with this all the time. So if you're ready to start a business and you want to get together your articles of organization, let's set up a legal strategy session. Go to my website, andrewmayers.com, and hit the red button to schedule a consultation. So on the front page, you'll be taken to my calendar, and we can hop on a 15 or 20-minute call to go through the next steps for you and your company. The articles of incorporation are extremely important for your business, but they don't have to be intimidating.